Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. I have a safety tips to present this afternoon titled 10 Safety Tips to Stay Safe When Handling an Industrial Gas Cylinders. Pay attention to this, it's a very important topic that can save life. When handling an industrial gas cylinder, many medical facilities and industrial settings such as construction sites, warehouses and workshops all use compressed gas cylinders. The tips to follow while handling industrial gas cylinders are as follows. Unload cylinders immediately upon arrival and transport them in a well-ventilated vehicle. What did I mean? Whenever you receive a cylinder from a vendor or from a manufacturer, ensures that the cylinders are unloaded and kept in an open ventilated area. Cylinders are not meant to be stored in an enclosed area. Cylinders are not meant to be transported in an enclosed vehicle. These are the number one tips you need to know. Number two tips is all gases behave differently. You must leave the safety data sheet of each of the gases. Ensure that you are familiar with their properties and hazards before handling the cylinder. We have different types of industrial gas cylinders. We have the argon gas cylinder, we have the medical gas cylinder, we have the industrial oxygen, we have the acetylene, we have the CO2, we have the hydrogen. Whenever handling these gas, the ones that are more flammable should be segregated from the others. Store them according to their compatibility. Do not store flammable gas cylinders with other cylinders. They should be separated from each others. How can you know that this gas is flammable? It is through the sign or symbols or the SDs. Number three, keep cylinders locked so that they don't move or topple. To prevent loading of cylinders, straps or shocks should be used to secure them while on the move. Be ensured that the valve cannot be opened. Whenever moving carrying cylinder, ensure that cylinders are kept in a cylinder cage, properly strapped with a belt so that in case of while moving, they cannot dangle or touch each other. If you slap them, they cannot move. So strap it firmly so that it cannot gamble and pull each other. Number fourth tips is get the training you need. Gas cylinders require training before you are allowed to work with them. You need to know what to do in an emergency and how to handle them regularly. If you feel you have not received adequate training or you need to be refreshed on how to handle gas cylinders, please consult your supervisor. Do not handle cylinder if you are not aware of it, if you are not conversant with it. If you are not trained to do so, do not do so. The fifth one is maintain a proper storage method for the cylinders. What are the proper storage method for cylinder? Every cylinder must be kept upright in a well ventilated area, away from heat. Separate them accordingly to their properties of their gas and their best practice. You must not store any flammable material in your cylinder stock. Empty and full cylinders should be stored separately and rotated so that the oldest one are used up first. Empty and full cylinders should not be stored together. Whenever you finish using any cylinder in a work area, ensure that you tag the cylinder with an empty tag showing that the cylinder is empty, so that even in your absence, your colleague, while sighting, you will know that this cylinder is empty. It has already been used. And ensure that whenever you receive a new cylinder, ensures that the older ones are used first. Practice what they call FIFO. The older ones are used first, while the one you receive newly will be at the back, while the other one will be at the front. The safeties, be aware of what you are handling. If the content of the cylinder cannot be determined by the cylinder label, do not rely on the cylinder color for identification. In a case of missing or unreadable label, do not use the cylinder. If you do not see any label on the body of the cylinder, please consult your supervisor. The 7 tips is: inspect your cylinders for safety. Be especially cautious of your cylinder that shows signs of impact, heat, damage, or discoloration, and contact the supplier immediately if you notice any signs of heat or damage or discoloration on any part of an industrial gas cylinder. Number 8 is: wear the appropriate safety equipment. The appropriate safety equipment needed in handling a gas cylinder is HADAT, safety glasses, high visibility clothing, protective gloves, safety shoe or boot is a must. Signage should be installed at all cylinder storage facilities, warning about safety precautions as well as emergency procedure. Every cylinder cage or warehouse, there must be a signage that can be signifying passerby or user this is a high where the gases are stored. You should not get near a gas warehouse with a phone, a mobile phone, and any object that can ignite fire. Number 9 is: practice safe lifting and manual handling techniques. A fairing cylinder must never be caught. Let it fall. A fairing cylinder can never be caught. If a cylinder falls, let it fall. Not try to hold it. Let it fall. And move away from its direction of impact. Grasp the collar or neck of the cylinder firmly with both hands. Whenever you want to handle a cylinder, always grab the neck with both hands. It is never a good idea. Do not lift a bottle cylinder. There is a way you handle. Grab the neck, load it gradually to the cylinder cage, but do not lift a fuel cylinder whether empty. It is not a good idea to lift cylinder by the valve, hand wheel, or cylinder valve. Do not do that. The 10 tips is: use a forklift truck or cylinder trolley to move cylinder. If you are moving individual cylinder, use cylinder trolley, and if you are moving a cylinder in group, may ensure that they are moved or transported by a forklift driving or by a qualified operator. These are the things you need to know to keep yourself safe. Whether you are working in a laboratory, a hospital, ensure that you follow these safety tips and you must be safe. The final word is even though the properties of different gas cylinders are unique, the hazards associated with the handling and storing are similar, owing the size of the metal cylinder and the volatile nature of the compressed gas. In the event of a cylinder tipping over, the pressurized valve can shear off, transforming the cylinder into a deadly torpedo with speed of 170 mph, triggering a chain reaction that could spare doom. Whenever handling a cylinder, you must pay full attention. Do not answer calls. Keep your phones aware. With all these and don'ts, abide by it. You can be safe. Thank you. Remember my humble self, Prince Arthur Azoka. Follow my page, Prince Arthur Azoka. Follow my second page, Knowledge Connect TV, and my YouTube channel, Knowledge Connect TV. See you later in the day. Remain blessed.